Hello dear students, welcome you all. In our previous lecture we have started the topic measures of dispersion, and we have to study mean deviation, standard deviation as well as variation. In that we have seen introduction regarding dispersion, then definition of dispersion, then we have covered important measures of dispersion, that means how we can calculate dispersion, and in that we have seen that dispersion can be calculated by range, then mean deviation or average deviation and standard deviation as well as variance. We have already covered range, means how to calculate range, and it is a very simple parameter to calculate range. In this today's lecture we will start with a new parameter or new second parameter, that is mean deviation, and this is the second parameter by which we can calculate dispersion of a series. So mean deviation it is represented by formula, that is summation x minus x bar upon n or summation dx upon n, where dx represents deviation from mean, then n represents number of observations, x are observations and x bar is sample mean. Deviation as it is calculated for mean, that is called as mean deviation. It is also calculated for median deviation, and it is represented by formula x minus m upon n or summation dm upon n, where dm is deviation from median. So overall in this topic mean deviation, we have to see that how figures or how values they get deviate from average or mean value. Okay, let's understand this concept by an example. Here in this example it is given that the data given variations in blood pressure of 10 patients patients in 10 hours. The observations are recorded per hour, and we have to find out value of mean deviation and its coefficient. Okay, so first what is given, that here the data of 10 hours of patient is given, and each hour the recorded blood pressure is mentioned here. So first what we have to do, we have to arrange the data in ascending order. So first step in solving this problem is that we have to arrange data in ascending order. So first thing, before arranging the data or in ascending order, you have to draw table. You have to draw table with 3 rows, that is blood pressure, it is denoted by x, then difference between the individual observation and the mean value, and lastly dx. So first thing we have to do here, we have to arrange that the data in an ascending order. So you can see the row of blood pressure, that is denoted by x, the data is arranged in ascending order, that is 100, 110, again 110, then 120, 120, 120 up to 140. So if you see the data in problem, it is scattered, but to solve this problem we have to arrange the data in ascending order. So first step we have completed, that we have arranged data in ascending order. Then in last column summation x, means we have to add all these readings, that is all this reading of blood pressure, and it is given in last column, that is summation x, and it is 1220. Okay, then second row you can see that d is equal to x minus x bar. Now what we have to do, first we need x bar, that is we need mean. So first thing we have to calculate, or second step in this problem, we have to calculate x bar, that is mean. And we have studied in previous classes that how to calculate mean. So mean is calculated by summation x upon n. So we have already made summation, and that is 12, 20, and the number of observations they are of 10. So that's why our mean is 122. Okay. So our mean is 122. Now in third step, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate how that mean and individual observation they get deviate, means how the individual observation it get deviate from the mean. So it is simply calculated by deducting individual observation minus mean. Okay, what we have to do? We have to just deduct individual mean from individual observation. So you can see that 122 is our mean. So for first reading, that is for 100, it is 22, means the difference between 122 and 100 it is minus 22. Similar way, difference between 122 minus 110 it is minus 12. Similarly, for third reading, difference between 122, that is mean, minus 120 it is minus 2. We have to calculate the same way up to last column. Okay. Then next we have to find out dx. Here the values of second column and third values of second row as well as third row are similar, except symbols are eliminated. Whatever the symbol minus or plus, it is eliminated, it is simply written. Okay. So dx is 22, 12, 12, 2, 2, 8, 18, 18, and in last it is sum up. Okay. So all these reading they are added, and it is the total for this third row is, that is dx is 104. So we have to put these readings in formula, and the formula is summation dx upon n. So we have to just calculate by putting these values, and the final answer is 10.04. So mean deviation for this series is 10.04. Once again I repeat the procedure. First you have to arrange the data in ascending order. Okay. After arranging the data, you have to sum up that data in last column. Then you have to calculate d, that is x minus x bar. Before calculating that, you have to calculate mean. Okay. Without calculating mean, you cannot means calculate the d. So for second thing or second step you have to do, you have to calculate mean, and after getting mean you have to check the difference between individual observation and mean. And in this problem we have seen that we have to just subtract x minus x bar, that is individual observation minus mean, and you have to solve for this. Okay. So we have calculated mean deviation and it is 10.4. Similarly, we can calculate coefficient of mean deviation, and the coefficient of mean deviation, it is calculated by mean deviation upon mean, and it is 10.4 upon 122, and it is 0.0852. Okay. Again, this is next example. In that it is given that the data recorded on blood serum cholesterol level of 10% are given below. Calculate the mean deviation and its coefficient. Similarly, as we have seen in previous problem, we have to arrange the given data in ascending order. Okay. So before that we have to first draw the table, and in that blood serum cholesterol, it is represented by x, and we have to arrange the values of x in ascending order. So you can see that they are arranged in ascending order, that is 240, 245, 250, 255, 260 up to 280, and in last column we have to sum up for this data, and the summation is 2606, okay, that is 2606. Okay. Then next we have to find mean. So mean for this data is 260.6. okay, as observations are 10, so n for this problem n is 10, and we have already calculated summation x. So by putting this formula we can calculate mean, and it is calculated here. So mean for this problem is 260.6. Then similar way we have to subtract individual observation mean from individual observation, and in this second row you can see that it is subtracted, that 240 is subtracted from 260.6. then similarly 245 is subtracted, means 260.6 is subtracted from 245. Similarly we have to do for entire series. Okay. Then in third we have to find out dx, and simply by putting all these values in formula we can find mean deviation. Also we can find coefficient of mean deviation. So for this problem mean deviation is 10.6, and coefficient of mean deviation is 0.0407. So coefficient of mean deviation we can calculate by formula mean deviation upon mean or mean deviation upon median. Okay. So first formula, it is for calculation of mean deviation, and it is given by mean deviation upon mean, and second is for coefficient of mean deviation. We can calculate by two ways. Okay. We can calculate by two ways. First mean deviation upon mean, and or mean deviation upon median. So here we will see calculation of mean deviation in a series of individual observation. Okay. So here we will find mean deviation for simple series. This is another problem. In this problem it is given that the mean deviation, calculate the mean deviation and its coefficient from following data. Here variables they are given, that is 30, 40, 70, 20, 60, 50 and 10. So first thing what we have to do, we have to arrange all these variables in ascending order, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. Then we have to sum up these observations, and we have to add each observation, and we have to make total, and it is summation x, that is 280. Then next we have to find d, that is x minus x bar. Before that we have to find out mean, and the mean for this series is 280 upon 7, and it is equal to 40. So x bar is 40. So just you have to subtract individual observation and mean, and you will get second column, that is d. Then in third row you have to find out dx, that is the readings of second row and third row they are same, except in dx symbols are, or negative signs or positive signs, they are eliminated. Okay. And by putting the values in formula that is given for mean deviation, we can find mean deviation. Okay. Similar way we can find coefficient of mean deviation. So for this problem mean deviation is 120 upon 7, and it is final value is 17.14. Similarly coefficient of mean deviation for this problem is 0.43. Similarly next problem is given. In that it is mentioned that the data recorded on the length of carrots, which is expressed in centimeter, calculate the mean deviation and its coefficient. Okay. So here another method is used. So first thing or first step you have to do is you have to arrange data in ascending order. The first column, that is represented by x, and in that you can see that data is arranged in ascending order, that is 9.2, 9.6, 9.7 up to 12.7, and here some that entire column total is given, that is summation x, and it is 105.4. Then next we have to find mean. Okay, and the mean for this problem is 10.54. Then we have to find out d, that is x minus x bar, and we have to calculate for each observation. Then next here m means midpoint. Midpoint is we have to calculate midpoint, and next dx we have already calculated. Then dm it is also we have calculated, and putting all these value in formula we can calculate mean deviation. Okay, so here we have dx, that is we have mean deviation, that is dx, and it is 9.48 upon 10, and it is 0.95. Then coefficient of mean deviation, it is given by formula mean deviation upon mean, and for this the answer is 0.09. Similarly, we have to find out median. So the in case of previous slide, you can see the column of m. So m is nothing but midpoint. So you have to calculate dm, that is midpoint, and you have already studied that how to calculate midpoint. So in this way you can find coefficient of mean deviation as well as mean deviation. Now next we have to find out how to calculate mean deviation for discrete series. Okay, so for discrete series one additional things we have to do, we have to find out frequency. Here the formula for mean deviation for discrete series is given, and in this slide you can see the formula for mean deviation which is given for discrete series, and in that you can see that additionally we have to calculate frequency. Okay, so formula is given by as summation f under bracket x minus x bar upon summation f, or summation f into dx upon summation f. So this is the formula for calculating mean deviation in discrete series. So first thing you have to calculate mean of the series. Then next step, take deviation of the items from the mean ignoring signs, and third you have to multiply deviation with respect to frequencies, and last divide by total number of observations. So this value will be mean deviation. So an example is given. So in example you can see there are two variables, means variable x, and the frequency is given for that x variable, and it is denoted by y. So x row it represents observations, and y represents frequency for this problem. Okay. So first thing what we have to do, you have to arrange the table. You have to draw a table, and you have to put values of x, okay, in ascending order. Okay, so first thing what you have to do, you have to put values of x in ascending order. Then you have to make summation of x, and the next column frequency which is already given in problem, you have to put frequency column, that is denoted by f. Then in third column you have to calculate for fx, means you have to add values of x and values of f. For example 30. So it is how 30 came, it is came from multiplication of 10 into 3. Similar way 11 into 8 it is 88, then 12 into 12 it is 144, 13 into 14 it is 182. So you have to calculate fx. Fx means multiplication of frequency and individual observation. Then you have to again sum up fx and it is 696. The next column you have to find out d, that is x minus x bar. So first thing you have to find out mean, and after finding mean you can see that in this problem the mean is 12.89, and then to find out d you have to subtract mean and individual observation, that is x minus x bar. So subtract x, 10 minus 12.889, it represents it is equal to minus 289. Then 12.89 minus 11 it is 1.89. So similar way you have to find out for other observations or other data, and next you have to find out dx, the column d and dx their readings are same, just you have to eliminate negative signs. Then finally you have to find out f dx. Okay, so again you have to multiply frequency by dx value. Okay, and you have to sum up for that, and after that by putting all values in formulae you can find mean deviation, and for this problem the mean deviation from mean it is 1.28, it is 1.28. Then coefficient of mean deviation it is 0.10. Okay. Then next, mean deviation for continuous series. Okay. So this is formula for calculating mean deviation in continuous series, and here you can see that again we have to calculate summation fx or summation f, and the formula for mean deviation from mean for continuous series is that summation f into dx upon summation f. So this is problem. In this problem the following frequency distribution gives the number of chilies per plant, and we have to solve this problem. Here you can see that groups are made and respective frequencies are given for each group, that is for 10 to 16 group frequency is 8, then 17 to 23 group frequency is 10, similar way up to the last group, that is 45 to 51 the frequency is 12. Then you have to draw a table, that is x, then m, you have to calculate midpoint as it is group data. So in second column you have to calculate midpoint, and you know that how to calculate midpoint. So for 10 to 6 group midpoint is 13, because 10 plus 16 it is equal to 26, and divided by 2 it is 30. So in this way you have to calculate midpoint. Then frequency it is already given in problem. Then you have to calculate fm, means you have to multiply frequency and midpoint in fourth column, and in fifth column you have to calculate d, that is you have to subtract mean from midpoint, and lastly you have to calculate f dx. So putting all these value in formula you can calculate the mean as well as coefficient of mean. Okay. Then next, variance and standard deviation. Okay, so we'll cover this topic in next lecture. Okay, thank you.